splinters of lightning. He didn't speak English, but he could do anything, it seemed to me, especially in his tar-papered tool shed with its dirt floor, so you were always standing on the earth. White, thick hair just long enough to stand straight and stiff, square jaw, eyebrows like tumbling white caps. He chased the children out of his plum tree with a hatchet, shouting at them in Dutch, the sharp blade gleaming. Every blade was sharp. Knife, axe, sickle, spade tip even. Every blade honed to the perfect edge on his grinding stone. Nothing was more wondrous to me than the way he sharpened things. The perfect rhythm of the shuttle, the whir of the round stone, and the sound of the two hard worlds, one grinding the other to a useful edge. The sparks flying off like splinters of lightning. Every few weeks the blades would have to be set right again, a slow wearing away of their bodies so they could do their work. I can remember only one day when he wouldn't let me in, when I stood in the cold outside the shed, listening to the wheel turn, the terrible clash of hard worlds. It was in early January, and the day before, we had taken our skates off their hooks in the attic, where they waited to cut a perfect arc in the ice. Why not let me in to see the playful skates sharpened to their most graceful edge? He wouldn't answer, but Mother told me. After he came to the new world, he had a daughter, his youngest child, born like a promise in America. And on Christmas Day, he gave her fine leather skates with shining blades like the ones he wore on the canals in the old country. But she never put her feet in them. She died on a cold, cold day in January. In Grandpa's backyard, everything about him was mysterious to me. To my child eyes, he shaved with a straight razor, slapped the cutting edge back and forth in perfect rhythm against the leather strap to hone the blade, held that sharp edge to his jaw every morning. His body was fashioned from hardwood, straight, strong, unyielding, not a bit of flow or dance. He seldom smiled. One finger cut off above the knuckle, a hearing aid that buzzed so loud he just blankly nodded when you asked him a question. He loved to work. Even at 80 and 90, tended the acre of garden, straight, long rows, every variety of vegetable, evenly spaced and tasting like Eden. On winter days that forced him inside, he would crack hickory nuts with dogged persistence, motivated by some non-negotiable quota, divinely revealed to him alone. And daily he would take his 3 Dutch prayer books and walk to church to spend a few hours with the Lord. I don't know if he was doing time for past sins or continuing his arguments before the ultimate tribunal. Frayed collars and cuffs, patched black jacket, 1 pocket ripped off. He never wore anything new. Luxury and excess were not allowed. Every night before he went to bed, he drank 1 shot of blackberry brandy from the bottle he kept in his dresser. 1 shot, no more, no less. And so, I could hardly believe it when he called us all to his backyard one bright summer afternoon. He had placed 2 flower stands 20 feet apart and balanced on a pivot, a shiny silver spoon holding half a potato, and on the other a goblet glinting in sunlight. With 1 quick flick of his finger, he sent the potato flying through space, tumbling perfectly toward the other stand 20 feet away, and the half of potato, round end down, dropped exactly in the waiting wine glass. And he cackled. Not a mild laugh, but glee bubbled out of him. Only once. No repeat performance. And then back to work, shovel on his shoulder to the garden, leaving us standing in the green grass with our questions. It was the first and the last time I ever heard my grandpa giggle. But after that, anything was possible.